now you're probably thinking, what is CRM for Outlook? What it is, you can do your customer relations tasks in Outlook. We are in Outlook all day long. We are on our emails. With CRM for Outlook, you get 2 more tabs and you can do all your customer relation in Outlook. You can create activities, you can create sales orders, and so on. So I will show you that right now. You do not need to be logged on to SAP as long the server is running somewhere in the world. The SAP server, you can connect. And of course, you need to have the Outlook client installed. So let's go into Outlook. So CRM for Outlook, I'm logged on to my email. We work in our email all day long. And you see right up here, you see that I have 2 more tabs now, because I have my CRM for Outlook connected. And you also see I have business partner right here. Because this contact person, I have an email highlighted, is a contact person for Prodomix, for this business partner. You can also drill back here on the golden arrow, like you're used to it in SAP, and it will open up like the business partner master data, but in Outlook. And as you can see, the look and feel is an Outlook feel. So I can open up the business partner master data. I can pull up Google Maps if I would like to. I can make a phone call from here with an app on my laptop. Here I can see sales years to date, sales month to date, and how many total documents this customer has. And it kind of gives you information, hey, from the quotation, 41 were converted, so that was 80%. If you have opportunities, how many you won, how many lost, and so on. You also see the customer's balance right here. So they owe me this. Imagine there's a new employee. I'm going to do this really quick. Imagine you get an email and this person says, hey, I'm a new employee with this customer. I'm accounts payable. How much do we owe you? And so on. I want to make sure we're on the same page. So this person just sent me this and I'm saying, okay, this is a Business One contact. So nothing comes up on this one because it's nowhere in SAP. So I can say, oh yes, this is an SAP contact. And she said she is with Maxitech. And you just click OK. And guess what? It comes up right away. And then you can tell the person, yes, this is what you guys owe us. Okay, so you have everything again at your fingertips. And of course, there's the sales year to date for this and so on. Of course, it changes by business partner. You also see, let me go back to a different business partner I'm actually using more. You also see top 5 items sold for this current year. So it goes up to 5 items and then it will reset January 1st. You can also display user-defined fields, which is very popular. So if you have user-defined fields on the business partner, you can display them here in Outlook. So you have everything business partner, all the information for the customer right here. Here you have the contact person information. Here usually is the title, the phone number. You can send an email, a brand new email to this contact person by just clicking on the envelope right here. Or maybe you say, I don't want to send Christian an email, I want to send a different person from the company an email, and it will come up right away. Okay? So all this is contact person related, and there's also user-defined fields from the contact person screen in SAP. You can display them also. Business partner related, contact person related. You can track emails. What that means is sticky notes. Has nothing to do with SAP, but I'm saying, oh, I need to go back to this email. Actually, I'm going to delete it now because I tracked it already. And you will see that it changed to 3 tracking. So those are all the emails I'm tracking because I need to follow up. I have to discuss it with somebody. So I'm going to say track again, and now it changes to 4. And then I can always go in here and pull it up here, my trackings. It's for you. Instead of having sticky notes all over your desk, you track your emails, and as you saw, once you're done, you just delete the tracking. And what's also very nice is on those trackings, let me go back here, it copies the emails in here. So you don't have to type everything. So, and then of course you can create an activity, a service call, opportunity, quotation, or sales order from here, which is beautiful. You don't have to log on to SAP. You can do it straight from here. And now think about it. Think about it. You create a quote from here because you're at home. We all work from home a lot, and you got to put in a quote. You don't want a VPN to SAP. You don't want to connect somehow to SAP. You just do it straight from here. But you also know that you have print and delivery set up to send all the quotes every 30 minutes, then you know the customer will get it within the 30 minutes or every 5 minutes. Okay, then you can just reply to the customer, hey, I created your quote, you should receive a copy of it in the next 5 or 30 minutes in the next hour. Okay, so think about it. All our products go hand in hand, and you really can take full advantage if you combine them. So anyways, let's do an activity. I'm actually gonna go to this here. Actually, I'm gonna go to this email. This email has an attachment. Okay, this has an attachment, and I'm going to create an activity. Okay, it's telling me I already have an activity for this email. That's how smart it is. Okay, but I'm gonna say yes, I'm gonna do another activity, and what it's going to do, it opens up my activity screen. It copies in the email, which I absolutely love. Okay, so again, you don't have to type, but of course you can always go and type something on top of it. It attached the attachment because I have attachment configured. So you are able to create an activity, and if I send you attachments, it will attach them automatically because that's how I have it configured. You can also link a document like you do in SAP. And then you can also say, the date. This is the email date. If I say 8/31/2020, I wanted to do 31. There we go, 8/31 at this time. I can say create a meeting in Outlook. What this does, it's creating the meeting in Outlook. So it gives me a reminder on my phone and everywhere. We all need that. We all have a busy schedule. And then I can also say I want to invite people. So I want to invite somebody. And I'm going to put here A, B, C, D. I'm going to invite somebody, so it puts it on their Outlook calendar. And I'm going to save and close it. So what it does, it opens up the screen for me to invite somebody to this activity because I said I want to invite somebody else. And if I look at my Outlook calendar on August 31st, I should have that reminder on there. If I open up my calendar, you will see right here, there is my reminder right here on my Outlook calendar. So to me, very powerful. So you can create activities, you can invite somebody to put it on their calendar. You also can put it on your own calendar. Of course, you can do quotation, service call, opportunities. So if you put in a quotation, you would do it just like you would do in SAP. You put in your items and then you save and close it. Okay? And if I have SAP running right now, just to show you. First of all, I'm going to go to the activities. I want you to see it's real, it's the wrong thing. It's real time. You don't have to synchronize anything. Here is my activity we just did, okay? So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 here, okay? Or put something in the contents whatsoever. And I'm going to update this, because you will see that it will update it right away in Outlook also. If I'm going to go to my quote, I think I just did a quote. I think it was this one. There we go. And I'm going to put in the remarks or on the customer reference number. Let me write it nicely. Boyum. Okay? And I'm going to update this. So what I want you to see, you don't have to have SAP running, okay? As long as it's running somewhere in the world. So if I go back to my Outlook. So over here, you can see all the open documents of this customer. Okay? This is something, keep your database clean. The usability package has a very good tool where you can actually close or cancel all documents. please ask for it, okay? So keep your database clean. Like I have 47 activities. That's a lot, this customer. So if I go here and I'm going to look at this, I created two, activity we just created, 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. So if I'm going in here and update it again and save, and I go into SAP and go to my last activity, you will see it will be updated right away also. There we go. It's real time. That's the beauty of it. The same with the quote. I wanted to actually pull up, oops. I really wanted to, actually I wanted to pull up the quote also, so that's the quote we just did. Oops. Yeah, there we go. See, it puts in the reference number Boyum, and then I'm gonna say IT, and I'm gonna save and close. And if I go back to SAP and I pull up that quote, and I'm just gonna refresh it. There we go, it just updated it. So it's real time. That's the beauty of it. So you can do all your customer relation here. You can, of course, always pull up a quote and copy it to a sales order from here also. Okay? Here, all the open documents, as I mentioned. You also can configure it if you create a certain kind of activity, like a meeting, that it will also go on your Outlook calendar. You can do it the other way too. You can also, when you create a new email, and you send me an email, for example, and you can set track on send and then send. This will create an activity also for you if you click track on send before you send it. So now maybe you say, well, I need to pull up another customer and I really don't have an email, because it always goes to the ones you have highlighted. No problem. You go in here. You can always go in here and look up a customer, put in 3 letters. It's going to find every customer with Maxi. You have all the information right here, open items, trackings, and so on. But you can always click OK, and then this customer comes up, or vendor. You can actually have a look up on the vendor too. Okay? And of course, you can always create a new business partner also, if it's a lead, customer, or a supplier. Yes, you can do that from here also. So all this is business partner related. So what is this up here? My data. This is me related, me as the salesperson. Okay, so I'm logging on, so I want to see all my sales invoices. I'm going to see all my sales orders. I'm going to see all my activities. Look at this. This is pretty sad. 335. I need to use the usability package to close some as a mass update. So I see all my information here. My purchasing year to date, my sales year to date, month to date sales. Okay, so everything is here for me as the salesperson, because you see it's different customers, because I have different customers. As I mentioned earlier, you can see purchase orders, purchase quotation. It's designed mostly for customers. You can always hide those if you don't want certain users to see that. Of course, it goes away. Oops, I think I did the wrong thing. I hit the wrong thing. What I really like with this also, so I'm a salesperson, we're on the road, we're in hotels, hopefully soon again. So you're always in Outlook, you got to check your email. But you see right here, all this is upcoming. I have a bunch of activities that are upcoming, and all this is overdue. So that means it's past due. I need to, it's past due. I missed all those due dates, okay? So you can go to your calendar. That's where the calendar in B1 Up is good. So all those tools will help you. But anyways, so here you have everything at your fingertips in Outlook. As I said, you don't need to be in SAP Business One as long the server is running somewhere in the world and you have Outlook client. And yes, you do need some sort of SAP Business One license also. Okay? So that was our CRM for Outlook. Again, you need more information, please let your partner know. We'll be more than happy to set up a one-to-one.
Fantastic. So I have one question, Rosi, for you, and it's the following. if we purchase this solution, do we need to purchase it for all SAP Business One users, or is this something that we can purchase only for some of our users?
You can do it only for some. And usually it's the salespeople, right? It's a very good tool for salespeople. We travel, we are in a hotel, or we'll travel again. So they can access all their SAP, all their customers' information in Outlook. So yes, you do not have to have one-to-one to SAP, only the people you want to have Outlook. They do need to have additionally one sort of SAP Business One license, depending what else they do in SAP, because it needs to connect to the database.
Okay, so you need an SAP Business One license for whatever your tasks are, not for you don't need a specific license. You don't need to have a professional license in order to connect, no?
Exactly.
Correct. Okay. What about Outlook versions? Is there a limitation, or what version of Outlook do they need to be in?
So there is, oh my gosh, I think it has to be 2016. I got to look it up really quick. There is, the one thing I have to tell you, if you, and I'll be very straightforward with you, you cannot run the new version from Outlook. You know, they came out with the new version, and it's really like kind of the online Outlook.
Okay.
It's a totally different language. I know that Microsoft will not shut it down, what they have now, because they can't, because any other add-ons will not work with the new version.
Okay.
So I had a couple of customers, and they just don't use the new version. I don't use it either because I don't like it as it is. So, but I think I'm sure you're all on a version that it works. I think it was 2013 and up it works, but I'm going to look it up.
Okay, fantastic. So we have a customer asking, we use Gmail, not Outlook. Can we still use this add-on?
No, you cannot. It has to have the Outlook client.
Yes. Okay. If we have already purchased Business One licenses, is this a functionality that is already included, or do we need to upgrade the Boyum license?
No.
James, this is a different add-in, correct?
Has nothing to do with B1 Up. Not at all. So just separate those. But if you already have B1 Up, in better, because in the video, I hope I did mention it. I think I did.
Yes,
you
did.
can actually take reports from B1 Up and display in Outlook. So you get an extra benefits to have it.
Yeah. So I know James is B1 Up and Business One customer. So for those of you who are not familiar with B1 App, this is another tool, another add-on, also by Boyum. So Rosi is also an expert in that solution, and we might be doing a webinar later this year on that solution, but it's a different solution that we will present. What we're talking about today is a solution called CRM for Outlook, and both combined are really powerful, as Rosi is mentioning, but they're different. So we have another question now saying, do I need to log into my SAP server, or Outlook connects automatically so long as the server SAP is up and running anywhere in the world?
You got it. That's exactly what it is. The beauty of it, like I'm in the US. I know I don't sound like it, but I can connect to the server in Europe. So yes, that's the beauty of it. You don't have to VPN to the SAP. You don't have to set up, I have the client open or set up. Nothing. As long the SAP server is running somewhere, you can connect, because it comes with the server component, and that component is running, and this is your connection. Yes.
Fantastic. Rosi, can you summarize what are the 3 main benefits that you hear customers talk about after they implement CRM for Outlook?
To have, well, the first, of course, is you have everything at your fingertips. Imagine, you get an email, I'll send you an email and say, hey, I'm the new controller for this company. So the first thing you do, you add me to this company in Outlook. Then you see right away how much I owe you. And if I ask you how many invoices do we have open with you, what's the balance, you have it everything in Outlook. So it's really, you have everything at your fingertips. You can reply to the customers quicker. Even if you put in a document, you can put a quote in Outlook while you're talking to the customer, or if you go to an event, you go to a conference and you have to put in quotes that evening, you don't have to VPN to SAP Business One. You do it in Outlook, and if you have print and delivery, it automatically sends it to the customer right away. So that's the benefits, to have real-time solutions so you can take care of the customers right away, because that's really a key in this day of age, because customer service is not the best anymore. So you have everything at your fingertips and can satisfy the customer.
Fantastic.
And we work in Outlook all the time. I have it open all the time, and I'm sure you do too. So why not, right? Why not? Why can I not see my quotes? Why can I not see my activities? And so on. So definitely, it's real-time data, and I'm a big believer, as you guys know.
Yes.
Because I used to work with software that you had to sync and stuff, and that's just not good. It's not good, because you will never have real-time data.
Yes, so one of our attendees is mentioning, in essence, I am much quicker at my sales endeavors, not requiring to remotely log into SAP VPN server. So it gives you pace, and you're able to respond much quicker with all the information at your fingertips, like you mentioned, Rosi.
Exactly.
Super.
Exactly.
Super.
And the other thing is, it's subscription pricing. You say, hey, I'm going to start with a few licenses. Let me mess around. It's always good to see it with your own data. But I have customers, every salesperson, I mean, all of them have it, because they love the fact that they can put in documents right away and so on.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Another one of our attendees is asking, is this compatible with Office 365?
Yes, a very good question. As long as you have the Outlook client installed,
Okay, so you need the Outlook client installed. It needs to be not the super latest version, and it works with Outlook 2013 and upper versions, but you need the Outlook client installed.
So we support Outlook for Windows version 2013, 16, and 365.
Okay, fantastic. And sorry, go ahead, Rosi.
Go ahead. It does not work on Mac, but I hope you don't have the Mac.
Oh, okay, that's a very good point. So it does not work for Mac. Okay.
It does not work for Mac. I got this question, so I've been with Boyum almost 8 years, maybe twice, and I had to say no, sorry.
Yeah.
I said, get a real computer. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That is good. Rosi, installing this add-on, it's not very complicated, and I think what needs more detail is actually the Outlook configuration, correct?
No, it's really not. It's very straightforward. So for the ones that know already our product, especially B1 app, it's very straightforward. So you do the installation on the server, you install the server component and connect the SAP database. So you just need to have passwords and stuff. Then you will get an activation email. You as the user, you would get an activation email from our portal, and you just click activate. Everything is set up on the server already. It will install an add-in, and like magic, in a minute or so, all of a sudden you have 2 more tabs, and those are your Outlook tabs. It's very simple, straightforward.
Okay, super. For the customer who was earlier requesting about, does this work with Gmail? And you answered, no, you need to have the Outlook client installed, but you can configure Gmail to work with the Outlook client, right? So that would be maybe a way. If you access your Gmail through Outlook, then you can use it?
Then you can use it. If there's an Outlook client, if you are not that technical, I never did that, but then absolutely.
Super.
So this is something, so for the Gmail customer, if this is possible, what I would suggest for you, maybe get a 20-day free trial and try to configure it like this. Absolutely.
Okay, great. I think we're done with our questions. Last question is if there will be a recording. Yes, this webinar is being recorded, Marcelo, and we'll send it to everyone on this webinar, and you can share it with your colleagues. And as Rosi mentioned on her presentation, if any of you have any questions, would like to have a one-on-one with Rosi and somebody from Consensus, just let us know. Send an email to your sales rep or to info@consensusintl, and we'll make sure to make that happen. Rosi, I was really happy to talk to you, even though I would have loved to see you, but I hope I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for preparing the presentation and for being here with us today.
You're welcome. The pleasure was mine.